Hello everybody, welcome to Chambers tutorial. So this is our fifth lecture on the name reaction, and in this lecture we will be learning about two very important name reactions, Shugev reaction and your Cope reaction, and both of them are syn pyrolytic elimination. So let's take a look at the types of syn pyrolytic elimination. So the pyrolytic elimination means the elimination occurs in presence of heat. So in every cases what you can see, heat is the condition. So these are the substrates which can be used for this kind of syn pyrolytic elimination. So it could be ester, it could be xanthate, it could be amine oxide like this one. This is amine oxide. It could be sulfoxide, selene oxide. So similar kind of mechanism is observed. What you can say? Suppose I am writing this ester portion. Okay, the first one where this is your ester portion. Okay. Now, what actually happens if I draw it in step by step, between this carbon and oxygen, this oxygen is more electronegative and it will abstract one hydrogen. Now, the hydrogen means it is from your beta position with respect to this ester group. This is your ester group. Okay, with respect to this ester group, this is your alpha carbon and it is beta carbon. That means it will abstract the proton from its adjacent carbon atom. Clear? So this the ester group is attached to some carbon atom, and its adjacent carbon atom has some extractable hydrogen, and that is extracted. So as a result of that, what you can think that when it abstract one hydrogen from here, so there will be a negative charge over here. So what it can think, I am just writing it step by step. It is a concerted one, but in order to understand the mechanism that what is actually happening in this case, so I am writing it in the step by step. So here carbon R. Now initially you can think that this is the system what is happening. One negative charge over carbon and one positive charge over oxygen. Now this negative charge will come back to form C double bond C. As it forms this kind of system, so now this CO, okay, this CO bond is getting clipped because it is much easier to clip this CO bond. So this will clip here. So this will produce this kind of C double bond O over here, and it will move here. That means in order to neutralize the this OH plus, there will be this kind of bond rearrangement. So as a result of that, what you are getting, that I am just removing these things. So you are getting that there will be a double bond between these two. And here one double bond between RCO, and here will be double bond between C and O, and it is nothing but your carboxylic acid. So your byproduct from this ester is nothing but your carboxylic acid. So this is happening. Now I can write it in the concerted manner. That what I can think that what actually happens. So I am erasing this overall portion. So what I can think that it is happening, here oxygen, carbon, double bond O, R. Now I can think that this bond cleaves here to abstract this hydrogen. This is forming C double bond C, and this bond is getting clipped to form this kind of system. As a result of that, you are getting this kind of alkene, and the byproduct for this first case will be OH, C double bond O, R. So this is for the first case for ester. Similar kind of reaction happens in case of your xanthate, amine oxide, and sulfoxide and selene oxide. Now, one very important thing is that this xanthate, when this kind of syn pyrolytic elimination occurs in xanthate, then that is called your Shugev elimination. Shugev elimination. And for your amine oxide case, the similar kind of mechanism, but this is called your Cope elimination. Cope elimination. We will discuss these two reactions in details in this lecture, and remember that this all kind of elimination is your Syn elimination. That is very, very important. Syn elimination. Syn elimination means if I highlight it, okay, if I highlight this group which is eliminating, this is the group, ester group, here it is the xanthate group, it is the N oxide, that means amine oxide group, sulfoxide group, selen oxide group. This group abstract proton, okay, this proton, the beta hydrogen, you can think that. So it abstract this kind of beta hydrogen. So the geometry of that hydrogen and this group will be syn to each other. That means they will be in the same side. That is why it is called your Syn pyrolytic elimination. Okay, let's move on to our this question. Here what you can see, this is our substrate molecule which is treated with sodium hydride. Sodium hydride is nothing but a base. So base will abstract proton, the most acidic proton from the substrate. Now there is carbon disulfide. Carbon disulfide has carbon dioxide like structure, this the CH2 structure, and methyl iodide is there. Now we will move on to this reaction step by step. Okay. Now first the base will abstract the most acidic proton, which is nothing but your this hydrogen, OH hydrogen. So this is your first step. O negative will be there, and something like this you will get, CH2PH. Now in the medium there is CH2. If you take a look at the CH2 molecule, now this is delta negative and delta positive. Why? Because sulfur is your more electronegative, so it will be somewhat delta negative, and carbon center is your electrophilic center. So as a result of that, what you can see, that this negative charge O minus will attack this electropositive carbon, and this will form a CS minus. So you are getting something like this. Now don't forget to write the stereo center or the stereochemistry of this center, because this is very much important for your Shugev reaction, because it is Syn elimination is occurring. In the first step, what we are actually doing, I think you already understand, we are just making the xanthate ester. Now you have methyl iodide, the same thing. Now methyl iodide, CH3I, iodine is more electronegative and it's a very good leaving group also. So what will happen? The next obvious step is that this will attack at this carbon atom, and this will be this I minus will remove from the system. So as a result of that, what you are getting? You are getting something like this. This is in the above position, oxygen, carbon, CS, now SME. This will be your CH2PH. Now look at this, the xanthate portion, it is a xanthate portion. So xanthate portion is generated, and your next step is nothing but your heating. 523 Kelvin means it's around 250 degrees centigrade. So it means nothing but heating. Heating is occurring. Now what I say, that this xanthate, whenever is heated, then it will form a pyrolytic elimination. Okay, it will undergo pyrolytic elimination, and it will be Syn in nature. That means it will abstract the hydrogen from its adjacent carbon atom, that is the beta hydrogen, but that hydrogen should be in Syn position. That means in the same plane, same side. So what can I say, that this xanthate portion is in the above position. Now here, now you can see that the adjacent to this carbon is this one and this one. If you look at this right side, then this hydrogen is in below position. That can be abstracted because Syn elimination occurs. So from left side there is one below hydrogen, another hydrogen is present in the above position. So that can be abstracted. So what I can say, that this S will abstract this hydrogen present in the above position. Now this bond will cleave to produce C double bond C over here, and this will cleave. So it's a concerted mechanism, and it will produce this kind of system. your product will be something like this, where double bond will be here and this CH2O is CH2O pH, sorry, will remain intact. And your side product, what side product you are getting? You are getting this kind of side product, SH and SME. Okay, so this is your side product. So your product is nothing but this one. It's a fantastic example of your Chugai elimination reaction. In the first step, we generated the xanthate, and in the second step, we performed the syn pyrolytic elimination. Okay, let's move on to this question. Now look at this. This is a amine center. Okay, and this is hydrogen peroxide. Now one thing is very important, that instead of hydrogen peroxide, you can get this kind of system, NaIO4, sodium periodate. You can get MCPBA, that means metachloroperbenzoic acid, or similar kind of RCO3H. It could be CH3CO3H or CF3CO3H, whatever. CO3H means this is nothing but per acid. It has a structure like this, RCOOH. So this is your peroxo bond is present. Normal acid has a structure like this. It is a carboxylic acid and it is your per acid. These are called your per acid. Okay. So similar kind of per acid can be used here. MCPBA, metachloroperbenzoic acid. Sodium periodate can be used. H2, simple H2 can also oxidize. So the function is that they all are oxidizing agent, and they oxidize amine to amine oxide. Okay, so this amine portion will be transferred into amine oxide. This amine portion will be transformed into amine oxide, and what you will get after the application of this kind of H2O2 or such oxidizing agent, this NO minus methyl, and that will be a positive. So this kind of amine oxide is obtained. And second step is heating. Look at this. This is your heating step. 50 Kelvin is used. So heating step, heating means nothing but your syn pyrolytic elimination. So it is nothing but your heating step. That means here syn pyrolytic elimination will take place. Syn pyrolytic elimination, and this is a nitrogen, this N oxide. So it is attached with this carbon atom, which is alpha, and beta with this carbon atom, beta with respect to this N oxide is this position. There are two hydrogen atom. Okay, it will abstract one hydrogen from them, which is syn 2, which has a syn geometry with respect to this N oxide. So it will abstract one hydrogen from here. So this will form a C double bond C over here, and this will remove from the system. Similar kind of syn pyrolytic elimination is occurring, and this will be your product. This will be your product. This is your product. Clear? So this reaction is your nothing but Cope elimination. This is your Cope elimination reaction. Extremely important reaction, and it is often used for the generation of the alkene. Clear? Let's move on to this question. This has been asked in CSIR NET June 2017. And look at this. Here NaH, sodium hydride is there, carbon disulfide, CH2 and MEI. The first step is nothing but the xanthate formation. It will generate the xanthate. And in the second step, this dodecane is nothing but your solvent. So heating condition is there. So it will nothing but undergo the pyrolytic syn elimination. So the xanthate is undergoing the pyrolytic syn elimination. That means it is nothing but your Chugai reaction. So the first step, in the first step, what you can say, that it has OH. So most acidic proton is that is removed whenever NaH is applied, used. So what you are getting, this will be O negative, hydrogen. Now there is CH2 molecule. Okay, there is CH2 molecule. Now it will attack here, it will be on negative. So you are getting something like this: oxygen C, double bond S, S minus, there will be one methyl over here, and it is hydrogen, hydrogen. The rest of the portion remains intact. Now look at this, there is methyl iodide, okay, there is methyl iodide. So it will attack at this carbon. So there will be SME. So the structure will be something like this. It is methyl, it is oxygen C, double bond S, SME, and the rest of the portion is present here. Okay. Now this is your xanthate portion and it is in the above position. So now if we look at the two adjacent carbon, that means the beta carbon, this is the carbon where the xanthate is attached. So this one is one of your beta carbon and this is another beta carbon. If you look at this carbon, here is one hydrogen below and one hydrogen above. But here there is no hydrogen in the above position, in the right side. So the elimination cannot occur from the right side. The only suitable orientation you can think that it can abstract this hydrogen, there will be a double bond and it will come back. So what will be the product? Your product will be something like this. There will be a double bond over here. It is your methyl and hydrogen, the rest of the portion is remains intact. So what will be your correct option? If you check the option, then you can find that option number C is your right answer. This is your right answer. Clear? It's very simple. The only thing you need to remember that here syn elimination occurs. So you need to understand that what is the geometry. It will abstract hydrogen from its syn position. That means in the same side that will be. If it is above position, the hydrogen will be in the above position. If it is in the below position, the hydrogen will be abstracted from below. Clear? Okay. Now let's move on to our next question. It has been asked in the CSIR NET December 2015. Now look at this. This is your N oxide. That means your amine oxide. It is your amine oxide. And heating of amine oxide means the pyrolysis. Syn, it is nothing but your syn pyrolytic elimination of amine oxide. So it is your Cope elimination. So the first impression is that it is Cope elimination. It is syn elimination. So for the case of first molecule, okay, for this case, what you can say that just look into this portion. This is your with this carbon, the nitrogen, this amine oxide is present. So this is your beta carbon, and here is also another beta carbon. These two are nothing but your beta carbon. Okay. Now here one hydrogen is present in the above position. Here also one hydrogen is present in the above position. There are two hydrogen, one will be in the above position. So the question is that from which side it will abstract the hydrogen, because in both sides it is getting the hydrogen in the syn position. This is a very, very important question. Why? Because you need to understand one thing, that in case of the Cope elimination, we get Hofmann product. Hofmann product means that is nothing but your less substituted alkene or your kinetically controlled product, KCP. For this kind of Cope elimination, less substituted alkene is produced. You know that more substituted alkene are more stable, that means it is thermodynamically more stable. But sometimes, in some cases, we get this kind of less substituted alkene as our product, which is called your Hofmann product. The more substituted was your Serge product, and this is your Hofmann product. So for the case of Cope elimination, you will get Hofmann product. that means the less substituted alkene. Now let's move on to our this question. So this is your substrate, okay. Over here there is amine oxide minus positive methyl. So here isopropyl group is there. So this is your substrate. Now remember, if it abstract proton from this right side, okay, if it abstract proton from this side, what you will get? You will get this kind of product, okay, this kind of product you will get. But if it abstract proton from this position, okay, you will get this kind of product, okay. Now in this case, in the first case, this double bond 1 2 3 1 2 3, so it is nothing but your tri-substituted one, okay. But in this case, in the second case, what you can say, this double bond is di-substituted 1 and 2, it is your di-substituted. Now in case of the Hofmann product, the di-substituted, that means the less substituted product is obtained. So for this kind of system, this Hofmann product is this one, so this will be your product. So A has a structure something like this, okay. So it is a structure of your A, you can think that it is a structure of A, clear. Now moving on to our this reaction. So A has a structure like this. So if you compare the structure, now this kind of structure is shown in option number A. Option number B cannot be your option because this is not the structure. Option number C, it could option number C, because in option number C it is saying that both A and B has this kind of structure. So it could option number A, it can be option number C, but it is not option number B or D. So option number B and D are already ruled out. Now we will move on to our second one, okay. What will be the structure of product compound B? Now look at this. This is in the below position. This is in the below position. Now over here it is one beta carbon, and this beta hydrogen will be in above position. So that is not suitably oriented. That is not a syn elimination. So in order to perform the syn elimination, there is one hydrogen here. Over here there is one hydrogen in the below position. So what you can say, that there will be double bond between this carbon. You can think that there will be double bond over here. Over here there will be a double bond, clear, because it is in the below position. Understand? As it is in the below position, so over here that will be a double bond. So the product, if I write it, okay, I am writing it in this case. Now I am erasing this portion. So what I can say, that in this case, this is your substrate molecule. It is in the below position. It is your N oxide, okay. Now it will abstract one hydrogen from this below position, okay. So what I can say, that it will abstract one hydrogen from the below position. So it will abstract this hydrogen over here. This comes here, and this will be removed here. So as a result of that, what you are getting? You are getting this kind of product. This kind of product you are getting, okay. So these two are similar molecule. These two are forming the similar molecule, same molecule. This one and this one are same molecule. So what you can say, that option number C says that A and B both forms the same molecule, that means this one. So from here what I can say, that your option number C is your correct answer. It is your correct answer, where both of them will lead to the formation of the same molecule. So here also only one concept we used, that syn elimination will occur, and we will move on to the perfect geometry, where the syn geometry is present, there will be the elimination. But apart from that, what you need to understand, that in case of Cope elimination, what you get less substituted alkene. That means a Hofmann product, okay. So that is why your option number C is correct answer. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed my lecture. If you like it, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Happy learning.